I just watched Trump and his family uncomfortably squirm during a church service because the pastor was talking about finding compassion for those who have found refuge in our country, in our communities, and treating those who we call immigrants and foreigners with dignity. They were uncomfortable because they didn't want to hear those words from the Bible. Not those words. It doesn't fit their agenda of making America great again. But that's not new. The Bible has been twisted throughout history, specifically American history, to make America great for some who saw themselves as greater than others. So words like compassion and mercy works for people like, for example, those who trashed the Capitol and wanted to hurt elected officials. But I'm pretty sure that that same compassion and mercy would not be there if people, let's say, trashed the Capitol and rioted against the new administration today. I don't know. But this video isn't really about Trump. It's a huge shout out to the person using her platform to speak truth to power. Bishop Mariann Edgar Buddy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but let's just call her Bishop Mariann. Let me tell you why most pastors have lost my respect, but I respect her. Pastors don't speak truth, and when they do, it's quiet and subtle. Like, you have to really lean in to figure out where they stand, because their paycheck, their livelihood, and the livelihoods of their families depends on them saying the right things. Almost like pastors have become the entertainers, succumbing to the whims of their audience. It's become a joke. When Trump was president the first time, I used my platform to call out a lot of BS in the church. And you know what happened? Some of you might remember this. I was told I couldn't say the things I was saying because there were people in our church that voted for Trump, or maybe their family members were Republicans and some of them were politicians, and the pastors didn't want them to feel offended. And these pastors are still preaching today. They're speaking the words that tickles their audience's fancies, and most of the same audience is still showing up. These are bought and paid for pastors, getting paid to speak the Bible in a way that makes people feel comfortable enough to come and listen every week. And pastors know, if your audience, you know this, if your audience doesn't come, you don't get paid. So you got to keep them happy. You have to keep them coming. Now is the time for real truth tellers to step up. Playtime is over. And once again, thank you, Bishop Mariann. You got a fan over here.